Starting the machine. To start the machine, turn the fuel shutoff valve to the on position. Pull the throttle lever to the slow position, signified by the turtle symbol. Pull out the choke. If equipped, turn the stop switch to the on position. Turn the electric start switch to the on position and fire it up. If you're starting in the cold or having problems starting, see the operator's manual for specific directions. Driving the machine. Before moving the machine, always raise the cutter head. Take hold of the track controls with both hands. To travel forward, push them up. Pulling them down moves you in reverse. The speed increases the further the track controls are pushed or pulled from a neutral position. To steer the machine, push one handle farther than the other handle to increase the velocity of either track. This will cause the machine to pivot left or right. And a stationary pivot can be done by pushing one handle forward and pulling the other back. Always stay on level ground as much as possible. A 20-degree maximum incline is allowed. However, driving at any incline increases the possibility of losing traction or rolling over, especially if the ground is wet. When driving on an incline, turn gradually, and if at any time you lose control, immediately get out of the way. Avoid driving or operating next to drop-offs or embankments, and always use extreme caution when reversing the machine towards you. Operating the head. Move the machine into position to cut so that the head can swing across the edge of the stump. Open up the chip shield. Make sure the engine is at full throttle and start the cutter wheel. To raise or lower the head, pull back on the lever to raise it or push the lever forward to lower it. Swing the head by moving the cutter swing lever left or right. To start the cutting wheel, place your left hand on the handrest, which automatically depresses the cutting wheel on switch, and press the cutter start button, located on the right-hand side of the control panel. This will activate the cutter wheel and keep the cutter wheel activated, or spinning, as long as your left hand remains on the handrest with the switch depressed. The cutter wheel will stop if you lift your left hand off of the handrest, releasing the switch. With the cutter wheel activated, lower down the head by pushing the cutter lever forward and start to grind. Slowly swing the cutter wheel across the edge of the stump by moving the cutter swing lever left or right. As you go, listen to the engine speed. Adjust the cut depth and swing speed if necessary so as not to overwhelm the engine, and stall the wheel. After one pass is complete, move the cutter wheel down into the stump no more than 3/4 of an inch and repeat. Always cut from the edge and not the center of the stump. Continue making cuts down the edge until the stump is cut below ground level, or the teeth are cutting below half the wheel radius. Depending on how wide the stump is, you may have to move the stump grinder itself. If necessary, move the machine forward and repeat the procedure until the stump is completely cut below ground level. Once the teeth are cutting at a depth below half the wheel radius, lift the cutter and move the machine forward to begin cutting a new edge. After the job is done, after grinding is complete and the head is disengaged, close the chip shield before driving away from the stump. Drive the machine back to the trailer and park on level ground. Lower down the cutting head, reduce the throttle to idle, and turn off the ignition switch. Remove the key and close the fuel shutoff valve. Failure to close the shutoff valve could cause serious damage to your engine not covered by your warranty. Engage the parking brake. Always make sure the engine is off and completely cool before you touch the muffler, any hydraulic parts, or clean or maintain any part of it. Once cool, spray down the machine body and the cutting head. Once you're done cleaning, turn it back on and operate the controls to remove the water from any moving parts. Refueling, maintenance, and storage. To refuel the machine, shut off the engine and let it cool. If fuel is spilled, never attempt to start the engine. Move the machine away from the spillage through other means before you start. Never refuel indoors or near a source of flames or sparks. Always do the necessary lubrication and maintenance required once you get back to the shop, or, if necessary, in the field. Always make sure the engine is turned off before performing maintenance, cleaning, or transport by means other than under its own power. Consult the manuals for specific maintenance considerations, lubrication requirements, and safety precautions for performing maintenance on the battery. When storing the machine, never store with petrol in the tank inside a building. where fumes can reach an open flame or spark. Also, never store the machine anywhere with any kind of vegetative material or excessive grease. For more information, visit www.barretomfg.com or consult your owner's manual.